here, think of a card, any card. Now, was this your card? A couple of you were super amazed by that. The other 50 seconds thought of the wrong card. Alright, so I was messing around in the shop, as I do, and got some inspiration for a product. So, this helium tank, then it also had this valve, which was cool, because you could turn on this valve, nothing would happen until you squeezed this, and that would allow airflow through. And for a while, I've been thinking of making like a temporary underwater breathing system, since I've helped with underwater robotics competitions before, and I'm not one of those people who can hold their breath for like 20 minutes, but I'm human, so I can't do that. So I was thinking I could probably hook this up to a fire extinguisher. If you haven't noticed already, I have a thing for fire extinguishers. I should have rephrased that. The internet's gonna run with that if I'm ever famous. But I could probably put this in my mouth, and when I bite, it would let air through. So maybe I can make like a underwater breathing system, so that if I'm like working underwater on setting up a prop or something, I could have this in my mouth hooked to a fire extinguisher with some weights on it, so it's of course neutrally buoyant. And then I could take breaths from my fire extinguisher. Alright, so I just pressure tested this guy. No air came out, so that's a good sign. So that means I can probably just zip tie this down. So I'm going to do that right now. Because I love zip ties so much. There. Now, that valve is held open. Alright, so I want to install one of these tire valves on this new fire extinguisher, but I found a problem with my fire enhancer project, because after bumping this a lot, it'll start to cut through, and it actually cut through my last nozzle. So I'm just going to be really careful with the second one. But I think I've got an idea on how to put this in so that it won't be able to cut through. Alrighty then. Alright, now I have this fairly warm but quite clean part. Alright, so now I have a drill bit that's smaller than that little T area right there, but bigger than this shaft. Alright, I didn't think I needed to center punch this, but so I took this perfectly airtight container and I drilled a hole in it. But this hole ought to fit. This hole ought to fit this guy. Yeah, it will. Oh, that's much better. See, I like that a lot better than this. So now, Of course, this one's not airtight from the start. You gotta get some 2-part epoxy, which I have, I'm sure.
1 hour later.
Alright, I'm back. So, I've got my epoxy. Sticky, amazing epoxy. Hammer. Oh, there it is. Alright. Now I'll just sit this at an angle. Yeah, screw it. It can dry like that. Alright, now this will be dry in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright. Oh no, it dripped. Other than that, though, it looks good. Oh, cool. It's not set enough so that I can still break off this ugly drippage. A good way to tell whether epoxy's dry or not is keep the card that you mixed it on, so you can tell when this is dry, then that's going to be dry. And this is pretty dry. There we go. And if you watched my fire enhancer video, I would highly recommend you do this instead of what I did with that, because it makes a much smaller hole. Also, it's much more secure, and it won't cut through it after a bunch of uses. So, yeah, much better. Now, off to the store, I gotta buy the connector parts to make these two fit together. Alright, so here's my custom little fitting. This end is going to fit into here with some epoxy. It's actually a pretty nice snug fit. And then the other end, we'll thread onto this guy. Make a nice seal there. Pro tip, if you know a guy who likes tools, and you don't know what to get them, a nice set of titanium-coated drill bits, or carbide is the best, is always accepted and appreciated. So if you don't know what to gift them, just get them a set of drill bits.